I watch the television, I read the news. I see America's youth learn to sing the blues. I see this stupid shit go on day after day. And I wonder when the politician will take it all away. I am a watchman, out on patrol. I see my nation crumble, out of control. I feel so powerless until the human Savior who watches as his liberties slowly fade away. I read the Revelation and it scares me what it says. If half the stuff I read is true, today I start to pray. I am the watchman, out on patrol. I see my nation crumble, out of control. I see my nation crumble, out of control. I am a watchman, out on patrol. I've got you in my sights now, I'm in control.
I don't know. We've been warning everybody for 2 years that the risks and the dangers are still there. Doesn't matter who's president. And now we have the Democrats have taken back the House, and they've already started talking about gun control and all these subpoenas that they're going to subpoena Trump, and you can bet your sweet butt that all that talk about impeachment, and she said it before, she said, we will come back. Everybody pay. So I don't know, guys. You know, it's like we have to stay the course. That's all there is to it. We have to stay the course. For those of you who don't know, I'm FreeByrd. I'm the first officer with Watchmen of America. Welcome to our Facebook Live tonight. And, you know, I think I said no more than maybe a week ago, I was telling people I'm really, really expecting another active shooter situation. It's just been a while. You can almost time these things out. And that's going to be once again, part of forwarding this anti-gun agenda. And so we had several events here a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, the synagogue. And then last night, this California college bar got shot up, lots of people killed. And it's not going to stop. And it's not about the gun. The gun is an inanimate object. It doesn't kill people. People kill people. Crazy people. But they're going to use that every opportunity they can to forward an anti-gun agenda. That's all there is to it. Now, a few months ago, way back in the early part of the summer, you know, this whole anti-gun thing's been going on. You know, I said it then and I'll say it again. There's been more anti-gun legislation tried to be pushed through and introduced since Trump's been president than in the entire 8 years that Obama was president. These agendas do not stop. They're not going to stop. I don't know what it takes to get people to listen to this and acknowledge the fact that there's an agenda out there. And they want to control. It's all about control. They want to control your education. They want to control your health care. They want to control all these aspects, what you can and can't eat. They want to control all these aspects of your life. And who is they? Well, it's people that want to bring socialism and fascism to this country. It's strange how groups like Antifa will stand up and call us, the patriots, the conservatives, fascists, but it's actually the other way around. But then again, it's not that strange at all, because we've got Obama going on this campaign recently, and he's standing up in front of people accusing Trump of everything that he did. So that's just part of it. You know, they're gonna, you know, accuse us of doing the things that they're doing. You know, but there's a movement. There's been a movement in this country to bring socialism and communism and fascism to this country for many, many, many decades. How do you boil a frog? How do you cook a frog? Well, you don't just drop him in a pot of boiling water. He'll jump out. You put him in the water and you turn the heat up ever so slightly, little piece by piece, bit by bit. And the frog just acclimates to the temperature of the water. Before you know it, he's cooked. That's kind of where we're at. There's been so much stuff that's come to pass. These things that they put into what they call law by way of state statutes, and in some cases even federal, that slowly and surely, inch by inch by inch, encroaches on your rights, takes away your rights. I'm preaching to the choir, I know. Hopefully most are listening. You already know this. The problem is we got a large portion of the patriot community, conservatives, And we got a large segment of the population that's just sitting on the fence. They don't know what to do. They got one side telling them one thing, the other side saying, hey, we need to watch out for the stuff. We need to protect ourselves. We need to prepare. We need to be ready to survive anything at any time. And I'm sure it's confusing, without a doubt. So it's up to us who know what's going on. Those of us who spend countless days in and days out monitoring these things, keeping up with these things. It takes all of us to continue to reach out and try to educate these who are still unaware or don't believe. I believe a large part of America is just living in a state of denial. Plain and simple. But anyway, early summer, there was this elevated posturing about gun control. It's like every time you turn around, it was in the news. It was, there's all this stuff being introduced. And I think what really got us was there was a little place in Illinois that actually passed, it was a county, they passed a law giving their citizens until, I believe, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was July 15th, to turn in all their weapons or they would be considered a criminal. That's gun control. When they start giving you ultimatums, turn in your weapons, turn in your guns, turn in your firearms, or you will be considered a criminal and we will arrest you and you'll go to jail. Some people say, oh, that'll never happen in America. Oh, they can't do it. It's already happening. They're doing it. Step by step, one city, one county, one state at a time. It's going to happen. They're pushing in that direction. And we've always had the stance that, look, folks, we've got to be prepared for a bad day that's coming. It's coming. We're all headed we're all on the same train and we're all headed for the same train wreck. But it's up to us to recognize that and prepare to do the best we can to survive that train wreck. And what we did back in the early summer, we initiated a program where we had said we've had enough of this anti-gun crap. And the harder that the left and the Democrats push to take away your rights to own a firearm and protect your family, the stance that we took was the more you push to take them away, the Watchmen of America will start giving away AR-15s. It's our great AR-15 giveaway project. And we do it under our Second Amendment celebration event. We were, I think, the very first national organization in the country, in the Patriot movement, to give away AR-15s. We started doing that back in 2012, 2013. And we backed off of it. It was just we had an event and we thought, hey, we'll have some nice prizes. We'll give away 2 AR-15s, custom built. And people said, look, we know we hear and see what's going on. Why don't we do something like that again? So we started a new project. And in August, we gave away the first one. And we're about to give away another one that'll close out this year. That drawing's coming up on December 1st. And the unique thing about it, it's a raffle drawing. There are only 200 tickets. So when you buy a chance to win an AR-15, there's a very, very good chance of winning. It's not like you're buying a lottery scratch-off ticket that's, you got a 1 in 8 million shot of winning a grand prize. So that's one thing that makes this drawing unique. And the other is that we will have a second and third prize. But we're not going to stop. We said, look, we'll just start giving away every 4 months. And if we can, and with the support of the people, we'll increase that. We'll go to every 3 months. We'll go to every 2 months. I'd like to see us get up to every month giving one away. But it's going to take your help. And we know a lot of people don't have money to go out and buy an AR-15. But for a $15 raffle ticket, you've got a really good chance of winning more. And these aren't just your average AR-15s. They are very nice. They're semi-custom built. We put a lot of little goodies and extras on them. And we're going to continue that project as long as we can get you guys support. Now, right now, the drawing we have, you can go to watchmenofamerica.com. And on our main page, there's a link there to says win an AR-15. And you can keep up with all the details and how many tickets are sold and how many's left. I'm going to tell you right now, I need to update that page. They're going pretty quick. We're down to right now, I think we got 30, a little over 30 tickets left in this drawing that's coming up December 1st. So there isn't much time to get a ticket. So you want to get in on that before December 1st. We're going to encourage everybody. I'm hoping Facebook is, not going to take this down like they monkeyed with the last live I tried to do. The minute you start talking about giving away guns, their buttholes pucker and some guy in a cubicle says, "Oh my God, we got to shut them down." But anyway, so this one was a very special gun. We affectionately called it Black Beauty. The first one we gave away was olive drab green, and this one's black. So let me just show it to you. We got it built, and I want to kind of go over some of the custom amenities on this weapon and show you what it's all about. So give me just a second here. Let me set this thing over. See if I can get it in the picture here. All set up there. Now, although the background's kind of dark, you won't be able to see everything. So I got a little whiteboard I'm going to set up here so you can kind of set this behind it so you can get a better view of it. How's that? There you go. Well, this is a DPMS barrel, DPMS upper, and you got a DPMS, these are by Panther Arms lower. Nothing unique about that. It's a 1 in 9 twist barrel, 16-inch carbine. But what's unique is all the little added goodies we put on it. There's a lot of them. I'll try to go through them pretty quick, but there's one unique thing you're going to notice about it around this handle. I'm going to demonstrate that for you. Start off with at the back. We've got an ambidextrous sling attachment, so you can swing it either side. We've kind of put accents, although this is a standard forward assist. It's accented in tan. We added an upgrade on the magazine release button. That's also in tan. And we have a Raptor. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me try to tilt that a little bit. You can see that. That's a Raptor charging handle. It's also ambidextrous, so you can pull that back from either side. You've got the flip up. These are diamond head flip up front and rear sights. This is very unique. This is the only holographic reflex sight on the market that you can charge using any USB port. So if you've got one of those small solar chargers, you've got a laptop with you, cigarette lighter in your car, whatever, you can charge this bad boy up with that. It's a red dot, green dot, very, very nice. We got an M-lock handguard. We got the Magpul Ford foregrip on there. This one's kind of nice. It has a little storage compartment in the handle of it. We've got a nice tack light, and both the sight and the tack light have quick releases on them, so you can just flip that lever and take it off. You don't need Allen wrenches to remove them, so if you have to take those off. Let's see if I can turn this around for you to see. This has a muzzle brake like they put on 50 cals, only this one's scaled down to fit an AR-15. Very, very nice muzzle brake. It's called a tanker muzzle brake. Also on this particular gun, we have the extended takedown pins. We have custom dust covers, kind of a rustic American flag, and the flag motif is also repeated in the takedown pins. That's a pretty nice little touch we've added to it. Let me flip around and show you this one thing. A lot of you guys will recognize this is called the BAD lever, the battery assist device that allows you to battery assist from this side when your bolt catches back. When you need to do a mag change, you can use it from this side. That's pretty nice. Everything else, I think the safety is standard. We left the trigger standard. You might want to upgrade that. It's got a mil-spec bolt. One of the things we did right here with the trigger guard, it's got an extended trigger guard, so you got plenty of room for a gloved finger or wherever in there. That's a Trinity Force. And then I wanted to show you this. This is made by Fab Defense. This pistol grip. And it has this attachment here, and it comes up and wraps around the mag well. Right here. And what that does, see if I can show you, it's got a built-in bipod. That's what makes this thing unique. If I can ought to do this on the camera and everything's in reverse, but right at the back of this pistol grip, right where my finger is, there's a button. When you press that button, a bipod pops out. But what's unique is these bipod legs are into the handle system instead of out here in the front. And what that allows you to do, see if I can, maybe I can move it back for you so you can see a little better. It allows you to pivot the rifle at a greater angle that you couldn't normally do if this bipod was out here on the front of the weapon. So it allows you to stay behind cover farther and not expose yourself, yet get that stability in an upward direction. Downward as well. If you were on, say, a rooftop, you can pivot that and you're not exposing so much of yourself. So this is really, really nice. I really like that. You can kind of see there how it works. The legs pop out, and they're really nice. They just snap right back up in there. And all you got to do is, if you want to activate it, and that's a real nice snap. They snap in there real tight. Just press that button, and that activates it. We thought that would be a nice touch for this one. It's a really nice customized feature. This particular weapon just like the others we gave. We'll have 2 magazines. These are hex mags. And you'll also get a gun cleaning kit and a rifle bag that goes with it. Now, this rifle bag is really nice. It's a big canvas bag with the MOLLE pouches on the outside. It's got shoulder straps built into it where you can pull it out as a backpack, things like that. So, really, really nice weapon. We're calling this one Black Beauty. So, we've got a lot of tickets already sold. Like I said, we're down to maybe a little over 30 left. So you're probably going to want to get in on this drawing. You don't have it a few weeks, and the rest of those tickets will sell pretty quick. It's a 223 5.56 NATO M4 platform. Pretty much a standard AR, except for all the goodies and the furniture on it. 6-position stock. So we're excited to be able to provide these and do these drawings. And they're $15 a ticket. And what it does is allows people that would not ordinarily maybe be able to afford an AR to maybe win one. I know, some people buy 1 ticket, 2 tickets, 5 tickets. Some have even bought more. But when there's only 200 tickets available, your chances of winning are far, far greater than getting in. There's a lot of gun drawings around, and they'll sell their tickets for $3 to $5. But the problem is there's thousands of tickets. In some cases, 5,000, 10,000 tickets. And a lot of fire departments do that to raise money for the fire departments, and that's great. But your chances of winning are very, very slim. So we wanted to make the chance of winning great, yet still keep it somewhat affordable. I've seen people go into convenience stores and buy $100 worth of $10 scratch-off tickets, and they'd be lucky to win a free ticket or win $10 back. But those are 1 in 8 million chance of winning the grand prize. So if that particular scratch off, it says the grand prize was $50,000, you're competing with 1 in 8 million to get that. There's only one prize. So this is our second gun. It'll be the last one for this year. The next drawing, the ticket sales will start January the 1st. And we're just going to try to continue to do this. The more they push to take your rights away, then the more we need to fight back. We just can't allow this to happen. I really don't know. They wasted absolutely no time after this election to start spewing out all their plans and their agendas to attack Trump, attack the American people, and attack your gun rights, your ability to own a gun, or they want to control your ability to own a gun or possess one. So if they can take away your gun rights, folks, this is the last bastion of freedom in this country. If they're successful at taking away your guns and your gun rights, we've already seen what has happened in other countries. Britain, Australia, Canada, all across Europe. Gun control only means one thing. The criminals do not obey the law. They will always be able to obtain firearms. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to punish innocent people who would like to have a firearm to protect themselves by going after their guns and using the excuse, well, if we take away the guns, then the crime will go down. That's not going to happen. In most every situation, and you don't have to take my word for it, plenty of statistics out there, plenty of the experts will tell you, in all those countries that initiated gun bans and turning your weapons and total gun control, the crime rates skyrocketed because now the criminals are no longer afraid. They can attack you, they can break in your home with impunity because you're unarmed. You can't take care of yourself. You can't defend your family. Now everybody says, oh, it's not going to happen here in the United States. It's already happening. One little city, one little county at a time, they're going to keep pushing. And as we go through this next year, starting in January, when these libtards start taking their seats, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Because over the next 2 years, it's going to be absolute hell for the President of the United States and his administration with what they're going to do, the agendas that they're going to attempt to achieve, and the things that they want to do to the American people, the rights that they want to take away. And it's going to get worse as we approach that 2020 election. I don't know anything else to tell you. We've been here a long time telling you folks, look, just because Donald Trump is president doesn't mean this country is not at risk. The American people are not still at risk. He's one man. It's took decades and decades and decades to screw this country up as bad as it is. He can't possibly heal or fix all that in one term, much less even possibly 2 terms, unless something absolutely drastic happens. And as long as these people are able to get in these offices and maintain control now they control the House, they're going to make it a living nightmare for everybody. And no matter what good Trump still wants to do, they're going to work harder now, and they have the votes to try to work at stopping. Much less going back and trying to mess up what he's already been able to achieve. What does all that say? Well, I'll tell you what it tells us. It tells us here at the Watchmen of America that we were right. People need to stay the course. They need to get their heads out of their ass and realize that it doesn't matter who's president. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's vice president. It doesn't matter if you have a nice conservative Republican senator. What matters is these people, and there's a large segment of them infiltrating our government that want to destroy what we know as America. They want to take that all away. They want to change the face of America. And it's already happening. It's been happening. It's been an agenda for a long time. And there's just really not nothing we can do to stop them at this point. What we're going to have to do, though, and we've been saying it for a long time, we're trying to stay the course here. We have to prepare for those possibilities. A lot of people over the past 10 years will tell you it's better to be prepared for a situation and not ever need it than to be in a situation and not be prepared. That's just a fact of life. There's only one person that can make that difference for you in your life with your family. You. You and you alone have to make that choice. And I know when I faced that choice for the first time, you know what I said? I said, look, I've got to do something. I would much rather people call me crazy. They can call me whatever they want. They can call me a loony survivalist or a prepper or whatever. But when you're facing natural disasters, man-made disasters, possible economic collapse, social collapse, government collapse, when you're facing all the shit that we're looking at day by day, this economy could collapse tomorrow morning. You could wake up in a total economic collapse. Within 5 days, there would be no bank accounts, no nothing. Panic sets in. The grocery stores will be cleared out in a matter of hours. No food, no resupply. You're talking about total chaos and pandemonium. It could happen tomorrow. Now, I know people are going to say, oh, well, the stock market's up. Trump's made improvements. Well, our economy's good. It's strong. Wrong. Go look at the value of the American dollar. See where we're at. Go look at what our national debt is. 23 trillion, is it? China and others that are trying to replace the US dollar as the reserve currency. What if that were to happen? How low, I tell you what, I challenge you, go out and ask any financial expert, how low does the value of a dollar have to get, how low, before we lose that status of being the world's reserve currency? Go ask them. Go look it up. Do your research. But the point is, we face stuff every single day. And most of this stuff that we're facing that could happen is out of our control. There's not a thing we can do about it. But how would you survive? How would you feed your family? How would you defend yourself against the crime that would start taking place? How would you survive? That's a question only you can answer. I know how I'm going to survive. I think most of the people that are Watchmen members knows how they're going to survive because we talk about these things. We develop strategies and we don't sit on our ass. We do our best to make things happen. I can tell you that things can happen on a much greater scale and they can happen a lot faster by sheer numbers. We've called for unity in the Patriot movement for well over a decade. I'm almost beginning to believe it's just never going to happen. There's too many groups out there that they want to be in charge. They want to lead the next revolution. They think they're all George Washington. They've got the only solution. We've extended the hand of unity out to them, say, hey, let's work together, put our collective efforts together. Oh, no, well, we're going to do it my way or this way, and it never happens. Unity, as far as I'm concerned, isn't going to happen in this Patriot community. You got so many different groups with different ideas and ideologies and positions on things, and they can't agree. They just can't agree on what needs to take place or how it needs to happen. But you have to build your foundation on something. And that's where a lot of them make their mistakes. They've never built their existence on a solid foundation. I know we have, because we were the first ones here. The first ones here. Been doing. And we must be doing something right because we're still here. A lot of groups have fallen by the wayside. One after another after another. I've watched them by the dozens drop off like flies. There's a reason for that. But what I'm trying to say is if you're serious, and you need to start getting serious about what's going on, start getting yourself in a frame of mind about situational awareness, so that you can survive things. I'll ask you a simple question. This bar that was shot up in California, I don't know how many, literally hundreds and hundreds of people were in that bar. From what I understand, it was a large number. Very popular place with the college kids. If you've been in there, how would you have survived? When you listen to these eyewitness accounts, how people were piled up at exit doors and they were stacking bodies up, being stampeded, trying to get out the doors. People were trying to break out windows, to bust out windows to get out. People were running behind bars and stuff, trying to take cover. Have you been thinking about these things? Has these thoughts ever crossed your mind? What if I'm out with my family at a department store and a lunatic like that comes in? And of course, some of these places you go, they got that big sign on the door: no firearms, no concealed carry. But that son of a bitch that's getting ready to walk in there and shoot up the place and shoot your family and you, he don't give a shit about that sign on the door. He could care less about that sign on the door. Why? Because he's a psycho. He's a criminal. How would you be prepared to survive that situation? Are you taking the steps necessary to go and get training from professionals that can give you the knowledge and the skills on not only recognizing these dangers? What's it mean to have your head on a swivel? What is situational awareness? What should I look for when I'm out in public with my family in these large crowds? It could be a movie theater. It could be shopping. What should I be looking for? And if something does happen, what should I do? Are you taking responsibility to go and get that knowledge? Most of you aren't. You're living in such a state of complacency and denial. Oh, it can never happen to me. You better wake up. better wake up. That's all I can tell you. But if you'd like to learn more, I would encourage you to visit our website, watchmenofamerica.com. We're not hard to find. We've been around forever. You're obviously on our Facebook page now. There's plenty of links there. Individually, we are weak and vulnerable. Together, we have strength in numbers. And that's what it's going to take, folks. Strength in numbers in our communities, building these pockets of people who are aware and are training to survive and have each other's back that we can count on. If you don't have that, you don't want to face what's coming. Hopefully I've reached some of you tonight that maybe strolled in and found our Facebook page. Hopefully a message has set in on you. I really hope it has. God bless America is all I can tell us. You know? Let's keep supporting Trump. Let's have his back. Let's stand for America. And above all, it's obvious we can't stop what's coming. There's too many factors involved. But if we can't stop it, we can damn sure be prepared to face it and have the best chance of survival with each other. That's all I can say. Thank you this evening for spending some time with me. I encourage you to come over and check out the Watchmen of America. Whether you feel like we're a right fit for you, you're a right fit for us, still, even if we're not, do something. Get out there and get involved with somebody, somewhere, somehow, but vet them very carefully. Vet the people you're getting involved with. Make sure they're of the proper caliber, that they're not radicalized. Even on the right and the conservatives, there's radicals. They're dangerous. There's people on the patriot side of this movement. They're absolutely dangerous. But I still encourage you to look to get support, work in your communities, get involved. You're not going to be able to do this alone. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Go get you a ticket. Win yourself an AR-15. God bless America. Stay safe.